friends. Say hey when you're hopping on. We are going to use the new Ophir Quiet Bloom palette today. Ophir is going to do a live giveaway with us, so be sure you share this video, comment, share below. Hi Brooke. Good morning. Okay, let's see. This is a new palette that just launched. Favorite part is like the peel off. So good. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, this palette is similar to their perennial palette and their Dune palette. Their perennial palette is, I have one here. Bye. It is just so good. I have not been able to find a Dune palette since we moved. So I must have left it in Tennessee and I need to get another one so I can show you. But I have the perennial palette and it is, so this is their best-selling palette, the perennial palette. And this is the new Quiet Bloom palette. You can save site-wide 30% off with the code GLAM30. How pretty is this? Okay, so I am wearing a very like embroidered little, I'll show you this outfit. It's like little pants that are embroidered, and then my top is embroidered as well. I might wear a jean jacket with it, or maybe not. I don't know, I haven't decided. But I'm thinking I could pull, this has a lot of those like plums, pinks, like really cute, like earth tone shades. And then this has like warm and earth tones. So pretty. And so I thought it would be fun to do this palette today. This just launched, so I have not gotten to try it yet, but I absolutely love like pinks, peaches, neutrals, this color like fair waterline. It's so pretty. So let's get started. How's your day been? Drop below what you've been doing. Aloha from Cali. What have you been up to? And where are you from? Look at this, it's like came back. I have this little bump right here, and every now and then it comes around. I have no idea why. I cannot believe it is close to the end of the school year. It's crazy to me, especially because my kids didn't start the school year like in traditional school until January. So I'm like, this has just flown. We've had so much going on with like regular school stuff and trying to keep up with Spirit Week and dress up days and bake sales and all the things. Anybody else doing end of school year fun? Fun. You have to get this one. It's a definite. I know, I can't wait. Before we get like going on my face, how about we swap it, like swatch it? I want to have something to wipe it on though, because I have an old napkin. That'll work good enough for me. Okay, so really I just want to see like this color. Oh my goodness. Okay, going in here, this shade. Who has already ordered this one? I got it late. It got stuck in a manufacturing thing in Kentucky. Oh, I love this color. Okay, going in here. That's beautiful. Look how pretty these are. Oh, stunning. I absolutely love. We're wiping them off, and I'm going to swab the more neutral shades. Have a little bit of like cleansing oil. Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters golf tournament going this week. How fun. Do you do anything? Do you have like a little party? I feel like that'd be so fun. I don't play golf, but I do have a golf skirt. I'm gonna try playing golf at some point. I never played sports growing up at all. Just like wasn't kind of like available. And I'm now starting to try to play sports in like I'm 36. So I'm like, I did tennis this morning again, another lesson, another day of tennis down. Every time I'm learning something new. Look at these. I love that. Oh. So I love this palette because you could do really funky looks or amazing look at that color. Oh my gosh. Or amazing everyday looks. So would you guys rather see a more neutral look or a more colorful? These are beautiful. Like, I love when you get a palette, they're like, I can't even decide what to do. It's so beautiful. So the name of this one is the Quiet Bloom palette, and it is brand new. Okay, I already did Ophir's Dewy Primer, and that is sitting on my skin. And then we're gonna go in and just start our makeup routine. So primer is always good because it gives your makeup like a surface, like a very smooth surface. Excuse me, to sit on. I've only tried pickleball one time here, and then one time, Natalie and I did it on the Royal Caribbean cruise, and we took a pickleball lesson. And I wasn't that great with that either. But the more you do it, the better you get. Okay, neutral, colorful, neutral, colorful. It's gonna be a toss-up. This one's gonna be hard. Hard to decide. Okay, so I got a call today from my sister. My dad surprised me yesterday. He was like, hey, we're coming to Puerto Rico for the summer, him and his girlfriend. And so I was like, that's amazing. So then my sister calls this morning. She was like, hey, talk to Dad. He said he's coming down. She had already been talking about coming down, but she hadn't. She was like, I found a good deal on tickets. So they're coming for the month of June. My dad will be here as well. And so I'm gonna have so much family in town. I have another cousin who's coming in May. But I am so excited to show everybody around because this is my favorite place I've ever lived. And truly, it is just so beautiful. It's so fun. I was like, her kids are gonna have so much fun. I'm really excited. So that was such a good surprise. My kids definitely have missed like their cousins. And they FaceTime like every day, but they'll be so happy. And I haven't even gotten to tell them yet because they're at school. All right, brows. A little bit of brows. Don't forget your brows. It will just help balance everything. I know it's gonna be like a family summer. We don't know exactly where everybody's gonna sleep. I was like, we can do air mattresses. We can maybe do like small Airbnb and then swap out kids, like who stays here. We have so many options and we'll figure it out. But plane tickets are bought and they are coming to visit. So I'm so excited. Okay, colorful, colorful. I can even do one of each. Going in with bronzer because I just like the way my skin looks with bronzer. This is the deepest shade. It's called Deep. It's like a deep teak. Got a little too much on my brush. That's okay. The color foundation I was using is the shade Coriander. This is kind of my not spray tan shade. I use the shade Cardamom when I'm tan and Coriander when I'm not so tan. I went to 3 different places. I went all over yesterday trying. My hair appointment ended up it got canceled. So I went and I found extension tape dissolver and I dissolved all the 3 tape end extensions that I had. And to have no extensions today, I like washed my hair so good last night. It feels so nice just to be like just my head and no extensions. But I was like, oh, with nothing in. I also used the Glam Wave. If you need a launch link for this, it just dropped last week, but go to CourtneySwan.com and you can get a Glam Wave. That's what I used today. And it was just, I was like, my natural hair, I've been on this like hair growth, like trying to get my hair healthy. And I'm like, it's working, friends. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I have been like, I've been taking collagen twice a day. I had a lot of damage from when I went blonde. I've been using that new Lange's Mrs. Bond's Mrs. Bond's repairing serum and shampoo and conditioner. And then sometimes I'll alternate with like a Pomifera shampoo and conditioner because it's all natural. I'm just trying to like get my hair as healthy. I love that 7-second like miracle treatment. Anyways, so for those of you who are like, how long is your hair no extensions? It's pretty much the same length that it was, except my front pieces, like when I added extensions right here, it gave me like more length in the front. So just an update. It was pretty easy to get those out on my own, and it saved me a significant amount because they charge like $75 to like dissolve, but the actual dissolver is only $12. So I was like, I'm just gonna go buy my own dissolver. Just you spray it on and it melts the sticky stuff, like it dissolves it. Melts the wrong word, but dissolves is the right word. And it was so easy. I am gonna go in with the Radiant Rose Pivot Powder and a setting powder. So I'm gonna put setting powder on. This is their medium shade. I'm gonna show you on my eyes the difference that it makes. You think that hair appointment cancellation happened for a reason? You know, you never know. Like seriously, you never know why something happens. I am in my era of that, where it's like, well, if it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to, or if it did happen, this is why. You know, you never know. Big picture. Okay, so you can see the difference when you put a setting powder like under your eye, put it on your eyelid. I'll put it on like this side of my forehead, this side of my chin, like right here. So you can see it just gives you like a more soft, airbrushed kind of look. And then I'll show you on the side. So see how you like can see my eye socket here? You can't really tell here. It's just what the setting powder does. It's a blurring finishing powder. And I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that I go from like being able to see like the eye socket, like this line under my eye, all these things to, I put this on and it's like, where did that go? And it just kind of blurs. So if you're looking for something that gives you just an airbrushed look, I highly recommend using their setting powder. I'm using the shade, like the medium butter one. And I highly recommend using a sponge and that. So I definitely would like to get some of my hair colored, but I don't know if that's gonna happen either. So I might just be very natural for a while. You guys are so sweet. Okay, going in with a little more of that. Sometimes whenever you put the powder, your setting powder on, you'll be like, oh, I might need, like, it feels like it maybe sits on top of it, and I'll put on just a tiny bit more bronzer, but you can decide. Take your foundation brush and just kind of stipple around the edges so you can't really tell where your makeup began and where it ended. Let's see. You can definitely use this on mature skin. Oh, Peggy, you can vouch for the Miss Bond system. Totally transformed your hair. It is absolutely like transformative. That would be the word. And Launch has a sale going on. So if you go to CourtneySwan.com, you can click that Launch link and get a sale. I saw someone saying there was a troll. I'm trying to find it just so they're not raunchy, but maybe I don't see it, so oh well. We'll look when it's over. Ah, not worth the time. So I would use, if you have more mature skin, use either like a soft brush underneath, or take your sponge and like pat it on, and you'll be able to play with it to see if you need like a little more or a little less. Colleen, you're gonna be vacationing the beginning of June in Puerto Rico. That's so exciting. You're gonna love it. We were at a gas station yesterday and a lady was like, we're talking about like, ooh, they're really cutting the trees, because they were like cutting the trees back. And she peeked her head around and she was like, oh, are you new here? And we were like, we've been here almost a year. And she was like, oh, they do this twice a year because everything grows really well here. And she was like, even the people. She was like, the longer you're here, you grow healthy and strong. And she was like, if you ever leave the island and something bad happens to you, she was like, come back and it will heal you. And I was like, oh, I don't plan on leaving, but I completely believe that. It's like, oh, it's beautiful. But anyways, I'm like, you'll love it. I hope you have the best vacation ever. All right, let's see. Based on what I'm wearing, I'm gonna start neutral and I'll add in funky colors, and then that way you can kind of see how to build. Okay, going in with this light pink color. We're gonna do it right here on our inner corner. Just using my fingers for this. I like a sponge in my fingers for where I want a very metallic, pigmented color. Okay, and then going to go in with just like a good base neutral, because you can always get darker, you can always add more, you always want to go like a little lighter than what you think you needed. So if you're like, I want a smoky, for example, I'm trying to get a smoky look, I'm going in with this mauve-y color. We're gonna see what it looks like on it. Just as like a really good base. I'm gonna go a little darker. So you can always go darker, but it's hard once you go dark to not, it's harder to be able to blend it out, I guess. So I like to start light. I can always add more. Okay, I'll make this one match. I absolutely love the pinks. I love the browns. I love this peachy tone. So I'm gonna do kind of what a everyday eye I would consider, like a very neutral, and then I'm going to add in some fun colors. I also like this for looks, because you know when you're like, hey, I'm running out the door, and then you wanna go to dinner that night or something. It just gives you an idea of something you could do, like, oh, if I only added this and this kind of like changed my whole look, but it didn't take a long time. Oh, thanks for sharing. Oh, I forgot to mention, Ophira's on here, and they are doing a Quiet Bloom giveaway. So for every 100 shares, they're gonna give away one of these palettes. Please share. I'm so grateful when they're on here with me, and I am so grateful when they give you guys free things. So sorry, I forgot to say that. Forgot to do it. Don't fire me, please. Okay, going in. These colors are good. Okay, so this would be, I would say, an incredibly easy neutral look. I'm gonna take this fluffy little brush with that same color, and I'm gonna go under my eye. This is the Quiet Blooms, and it is beautiful. Now I'm gonna go under this one. Okay, now let's add some fun. There is just the most beautiful coppery color, and I'm gonna go right here with it. I'm gonna do this kind of where you can't really tell where this pink, I'm just taking my finger and like smudging. So it's gonna go from like pale pink to medium pink to where it's a little more darker, like that. It's just this orangey color right here. coming to fix my air conditioner unit. Ugh. Dragging. Again, I'm just very softly like moving that around. This is good. Okay, now I'm gonna take this bright pink and I'm gonna add just the tiniest bit of like brighter pink. So it kind of goes from peachy to that orangey to this pink. If you like this palette and you feel like, oh my gosh, yes, I love that, drop a heart below. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take a little bit of that same pink color using a fluffy brush. You're gonna get a totally different look than you get using a finger or sponge. And then I'm gonna just take like a very stiff, thin brush. I got this on clearance at TJ Maxx. It's a Morphe brush. Taking that pink. Also, if you had funky colored hair, when I used to have pink hair, I would do a pink in my brows, and it was amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that same pink over the top of that brown, and I'm just softly gonna add a little pink in here and a little orange, just so when I put my mascara on, it's like a bold but natural look. What do you think? Hearts? Hearts? Were you a bigger fan of neutrals or the pinks? Do you think you would? I love this because it has both. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in, same thing. Pink. Just on the outer edges. Also, by having like a lot more volume and color to the outer edges, it like makes your eyes look bigger. Again, all the colors we're using today are in the Quiet Blooms palette. Brand new, just launched this week. Okay, take your little, some sort of whatever you'd rather have. If you want it to be fluffier and softer, use a fluffy brush. If you want it to be like a little more positioned in a certain area, use a stiffer brush. Okay, now taking this, doing the tiniest bit. I absolutely love before and afters for makeup looks. That is how I got started in this business. I think it is so fun, and you are never too old to learn how to do your makeup. I did not know how to do my makeup when I got started doing this. I literally learned and shared how I was learning along the way. My makeup from 10 years ago was horrible, looked awful. And now I feel like I can do a lot with my makeup. Okay, now that I've done this, I've done a lot of like smudging and blending, and so I'm gonna go back in with that really pretty pink that we used at the beginning, and I'm going to press it right in my inner corner. Just like that. Make sure you don't have any like sleep in your eyes or anything. Such a cute summer look. Now we're gonna go in, same color. Oh, that's not the same color. That's brighter. I saw it on my finger. Same color. So now that we've done that, there's like this little shimmery shade. It's iridescent. I'm just tapping it on here just so I have a little extra glow. And now now we're gonna go in with what I think causes like the magic to happen, which is mascara. Mascara just for the win. I might even add a little bit of this plum. Right at my waterline on the outer corner. And kind of like up towards the tail of my brow. Just nicely like blend that together. Oh, Val, thanks. I love doing all kinds. I really love just like playing with hair and makeup and clothes and anything we enjoy. I love doing all of it with you. I know there's like this rule on the online where it's like you should find one thing and you stick to it. And I'm like, oh, life's boring if you only pick one thing. Like I don't just do one thing. So why would we? I just like sharing what I like and what I love. And I think it's so good for people to realize like you can learn how to do this. And I think makeup has the power of making you feel so good about yourself. Like you can be having the crummiest day and put a little bit of makeup on and you're like, I feel everything changed. I feel unstoppable. Look at this color. They are really in tune with like these pinks being such a popular trending color this year. This is the Radiant Rose Pivot Powder. I feel like one side is a tiny bit darker than this side, so I'm just gonna kind of play with it for a second until I get it how I like it. Adding just the tiniest bit of that little mauve-y brown that we started with, and then a little bit of this orange and purple in there. And I kind of wisp softly over the edge just so you can totally do a look where it's like very sharp lines. I have very round eyes and I don't feel like that look necessarily looks the best on me, but I do love a dramatic eye. Yes, totally just go step by step and do the replay, and hopefully that'll help you, Myra. Another thing is use less than what you think you need. So I kind of started at the base and work my way up. So sorry, we have had like this just lingering cough. So today we went and did tennis, me and a friend of mine, Katie, and who she has a podcast. I'll link her podcast in case you ever want to find her. She is like a business coach and she's just such an amazing friend and woman. I'm just so grateful for her. And but we did that today and I feel like I had my first fun tennis day this week, which was I've been doing lessons and honestly I've just been really awful at it and I've been very frustrated. And so we had our first day where I felt like we were able to go with a group back and forth, and it was really fun. And I was like, I told her, I really think I missed out. I never did sports growing up and, never played. And I was like, I think I totally missed out because I probably would have really enjoyed it. And, it isn't ever too late to like learn how to do something. The more you practice, the more, like, the better you get. Okay, share this video. Comment, share below, and they're gonna pick a winner for every 100 shares for this palette. You can get their palettes on sale using the code GLAM30. How pretty would this be? Do you have a wedding that you're going to at some point? This would be beautiful for a wedding. This would be beautiful for spring or summer. You could also add more of the orange into it. You could make this even more dramatic, like more plum, more orange. Like now that I have mascara on, I'm like, do I need more plum and more orange? It's such a hard line because it's like, how far do you go? You know, when it looks good and you're like, maybe just a little bit more. And sometimes you regret that. So I feel like if you get something that you're like, this is looking good, kind of take a look, step away, go do something, put your lips on, all of it, right? Your lipstick, and then decide like, do I really need something more, or is it actually gonna make it better, or am I gonna look like too much? And I love this because it is a subtle pink. It's not like, I look like I'm going to a Barbie party. Like this just looks like so cute. Oh, next one. On the beach in Florida. What's everybody else doing this summer? Any plans yet? Any plans to try a new hobby this summer or this spring? I've planted some in my garden. I have a very, very small plastic garden beds and 3 wooden ones that I haven't even filled up with dirt. So it's nothing extreme, but I did plant some strawberries and peppers, some basil, just planting things that I know we will eat. Yes, wedding. If you had a wedding to go to, a date night, anything where this pink could shine. You can kind of tell when you're looking at my eyes too, where I put a little bit of that plum underneath. You wouldn't necessarily, if you just saw me checking out at the grocery store, okay? You wouldn't be like, oh, she has a lot of plum under her eyes. But those little extra shades, they're like subtle shades, and they make a difference. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more because it does make a difference. Again, tiny bit on the end of a brush. Like when I say tiny, do you see I barely tapped it at all? Like that's it. I don't rub it in it. I barely tap. That's my printer. Boop. So cute. I'm gonna stick with how it is because I think this is so beautiful. Let's do a beautiful lip to match. Whenever I do a more colorful eye look, I try and stay with a more neutral lip. Okay, we're gonna go in today with, this is like, not the color I'm looking for. I want, it's called Blush. There's Rose. I wonder if it's in my purse. No, it's not, it's right here. Blush. So this is Hibiscus and Blush. These are Ophir's Velvet Bond, and they are so beautiful on. I'm just gonna do like an ombre lip with this look. Ooh, planting potatoes, broad beans, green beans, snow peas, oh my gosh, herbs, cucumbers. That sounds delicious. Okay, this is the shade Hibiscus, and I just like to use my finger to kind of blend it out. And then our Hibiscus and blush sold out. Oh, it might be because I use them all the time. I'm not kidding. I absolutely love this combo. If so, if they are sold out, I'll show you a different lip look you can use. So I just kind of play with it until I get it how I like it. So I put the lighter shade in the middle, darker on the edges. And the only thing you're gonna wanna make sure you wash your finger off. Thanks, Patty. I have no extensions in at all. It's just my hair. I felt so proud of it because it really was like fried. And I was thinking like that I might have to really cut it short. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to repair this. Both are sold out right now. I wouldn't pick the sold out lipsticks. It's such a good color. This is why it's sold out. When Hibiscus and blush restock, you have to buy it. They look magical together. It's actually the perfect lip for this look. I'm sorry they're sold out. I didn't realize that. I'll wipe this off and I'll try something different just so you have options. Because I know sometimes if I see a look, I'm like, I want to recreate the whole thing. Like I need that lip, I need that eye, so here we go. Hopefully they're, yeah, restocking soon. Okay. A little bit of pre-cleanser. Takes the stuff right off. I do use Pomifera's pre-cleanser and skincare, and it's amazing. Okay. And it just takes all the stuff that stays on for a long time, it takes it right off. Okay. Take two. Try again. Okay. I like to go over my lips with a little bit of my foundation brush. I always do that. I feel like if they have a lot of, my lips naturally have a very pink undertone, and so sometimes my lip look can look different depending on like if I put foundation on my lips or not. Okay. Is the shade Rose in stock? Is anyone on the website? Either do Rose, which is so pretty, or I could do an actual lippy, like with lip liners. This is the shade. Anybody got an idea if Rose is in stock or not? This is the Red Clay lip liner. This has got more of a brown tone to it, so keep that in mind. This is actually a eyeliner, but I use it on my lips all the time. So when you want this liner, you're going to actually go to the eyeliner section. It's a beautiful. So whereas the first lip look was very pink based, this is in more of that orange family, which then I feel like starts pulling, you start noticing that more in that look than the pink. So also another alternative to the Hibiscus, the shade Rose is in stock per my IT team of all of you guys on this video. Here's what that looks like. So good, so pretty. So if you're wanting the velvet wand, you could easily go with like Rose all over, and that's beautiful. to decide if I want to use, they're both kind of in the same family. This is the Pink Smoothie, and then this is the Rose. So I need my lip liner sharpener. Give me a second. Oh, congratulations! The winner is in the comments, so be sure you message Ophir. Yes, stock up on the red clay eyeliner. It's so good. I'm gonna wipe this off with my makeup stuff because I don't want to get on my white outfit. Sherry, you're really sweet. You're my new best friend. Okay. I feel like smudge it out so you can't tell where the dark began and the light started or dark ended. So when you're looking at it, it just gives you like this illusion that your lips are fuller by doing the darker on the edges. So I did red clay eyeliner on my lips, and then I did Pink Smoothie lip liner on my lips. And I think this is a fabulous look. Like, bravo if I do say so myself. How cute. I'll come in closer so you can see I have no filter on. I am going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. Sometimes if you're a bronzy girl, take your bronzer and an eyeshadow brush and just kind of like, it's gonna make your bronzer and your body like look like they go together, like your scalp. If you were this tan, your scalp would be a little more tan. And so here we have it. Really go into that hairline with your bronzer. And then it's not like stark white. Okay. So up close, no filter. If you were looking for a makeup that just like, I'm telling you, it looks like your skin is airbrushed. I am such a huge fan of Ophir's makeup. It stays on all day. It looks beautiful on. It is good for sensitive skin. It's amazing for mature skin, like customers who are older. It has skincare in it, so every time you use it, your skin is just getting like better and better. But absolutely love their products. I put the link in the description of this video. So if you shop my link, you can use the code CLAM30 and save 30% off on their website as well. Anytime you do it and you start like looking at your finished product, you can kind of decide like, do I want to add in a little more highlight? Do I want to add in, but again, keep that rule in mind that like sometimes when you add too much, you went too far. So I feel like when it's looking how you like it, just stop when it's good. So you could add gloss easily. You could add like a lip gloss on top of this if you want it to have like more of a glossier look. If you don't like matte, I know some people are not a fan of matte lipstick, so I'll show you that as well. This is Ophir's Plumping Lip Gloss. And I feel like a gloss just takes you from being like elevated, like a little more casual, to you throw on a gloss and you're like, brown chicken, wow, wow. Okay, hopefully this shows you some different ways you can use the new Quiet Bloom palette. It did just drop, so if you've been looking for a really fun summer, spring eyeshadow palette, the colors on this are beautiful. You could get so many different looks. I have no doubts I'll be using this one a lot and trying to show you how to use it the most ways. So you can also, if you have this palette, you can follow along with me and we can do it together. So I'll show you a full little outfit. Oh, I didn't put that back where it belonged, so I just kicked it. Okay, so here's my full little outfit today. These are like a pants set. I thought this was like super feminine. It's a little pants set and it's very white, very neutral with some colors. So adding a fun, colorful eye really just like adds a lot of personality and depth to your makeup look. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. If you need links, drop them me below. I'll send them to your inbox and they're also listed in the description of this video. When in doubt, you can always message me or go to CourtneySwan.com as well. So anyways, thanks for sharing. Congratulations to our winner. Be sure you reach out to Ophir. They're starting to install an air conditioning unit. So I'm gonna hop off. All right, love you guys.